Good morning. How are you today? Welcome to class 1017, and we're going to continue with the Johnson family. You remember the Johnson family, right? They live in Nebraska. You remember Philip Johnson? Yeah, of course. He's the general manager of a local bank. Do you remember his wife, Nancy? She's an interior decorator. But today we're going to talk about Michael, the boy. I don't know if Michael looks more like the mother or the father. Does he look like the mother? Maybe. Or the father? Does he look like the father? Okay, all right. That's Michael. How old does he look? How old does he look? Does he look 17? 18? How old does he look, Marta? How old do you think he is? How old do you think he is? 16, 15, more. She says 16. She thinks he's 16. No. Look carefully. If you look carefully, no. Michael's 14. Yeah, he's 14. But he's going on 15. He's going on 15 means está cerca de cumplir los 15. He's going on 15. Now you're 14, going on 15. All right. Good kid, right? Typical Americanote, huh? Is that right? Typical American boy. All right. Number one. He's number one. Michael Johnson is 14 years old. Yes, and he lives with his parents and sister in Lincoln, Nebraska. Lincoln. He lives with his parents and sister in Lincoln, Nebraska. He goes to a public school, not a private school. Private schools in the United States are not very, well, they're common, but probably 90% of the kids in the United States go to public schools, and only 10% go to private. Here in Spain, you have three types, basically. You have the colegio escuela pública, you have the escuela concertada, which is semi-pública, semi-privada, and you have the escuela privada. Now, concertado does not exist in the United States. It's black or white, public or private. And I would say probably about 90% of all the kids in the United States go to public schools. Cambio esto. I think more or less 10% go to private schools, 86% go to public schools, and 4% are homeschooled. Homeschooled means the mother or the father stays with the children and gives them education at home. Homeschooling. I'm not sure if it's legal in Spain, but I would say maybe 3 or 4% of the kids in the United States receive homeschooling, usually from their mother, homeschooling. But in this case, no, he goes to a public school, asiste a una escuela pública. Se dice es va a, en inglés to go to school. La expresión ir a la escuela, asistir al colegio is to go to school. Siempre con go. El verbo to go, siempre. Yeah. Where are you going to go to school? Where are you going to go? I'm going to go to Harvard. Voy a estudiar en Harvard. Voy a estudiar en Princeton. I'm going to go to Princeton. We say to go. So he goes to a public school 10 minutes from his house by car. Yeah, his father takes him, yeah. His sister goes to a different school, 3 blocks from Michael's. Okay, so Michael goes to a school. Michael's house is here. The school is here. And Denise's school, his sister's school, is there. The father takes them. Okay? But I don't remember if the father takes Denise to school first or Michael. Perhaps we can find out. Maybe we can find out. All right. His sister goes to a different school 3 blocks from his. 3 blocks from mine? No, porque yo no tengo colegio. A 3 manzanas de la mía. La escuela mía? No. De la suya, de Michael. So his sister goes to a different school 3 blocks from his school. All right? 3 blocks from his. A 3 manzanas de la suya. 3 blocks from his. Yes, because Michael goes to a junior high school. And Denise, the girl, she goes to an elementary school or primary school. All right, so let's look at this again. Michael Johnson is 14 years old. He lives with his parents and sister in Lincoln, Nebraska. He goes to a public school by car. Okay, he goes to a public school by car. He goes to a public school 10 minutes from his house by car. A 10 minutos. 10 minutes by car. His sister goes to a different school 3 blocks from his. Michael is in the 9th grade. Noveno grado, noveno año, the 9th year. Okay. Yeah, he's in 9th grade. And he studies math, science, history, English, speech, and music. Wow. Math, science, history, English, speech, and music. So he has 6 subjects. All right. He has 2 subjects in science and mathematics. He has mathematics. Los británicos dicen maths. Matemáticas. Mates. All right? Maths. In the United States and Canada, no, math. Con TH. He studies math. ¿Qué es lo que estudia? He studies math, science, las ciencias, biology, chemistry, physics, etc. English, lengua inglesa, history, speech, speech, expresión oral y retórica. Yes. And music. All right. 6 subjects. Similar to me when I was growing up, 6 subjects. He plays the trumpet in the music class. To play the trumpet. Do you know how to play the trumpet? No? Yeah. I don't know how to play the trumpet either. Do you? I don't know how to play the trumpet. My father knew how to play the trumpet. My father played the trumpet in high school, in secondary school. But my father wanted to play the trombone, trombone. But there was a problem. My father's arm wasn't long enough. Yeah. According to my father, he said, my arm wasn't long enough to play the trombone, so I had to play the trumpet. In the United States, it's very common in the school for people to study a musical instrument. Music class is mandatory for a period maybe 3 or 4 years. All the kids must attend music class and speech class. Expresarse en público. Y hacer teatro, to do different things in speech class. I think it's very, very good. It's very practical. By the time I was 10 years old, I had probably given 50 speeches in my life. 50 presentaciones o demostraciones in front of the class. Me, alone, in front of the class. Exponiendo. 50 times when I was 10 years old. So you see, for me, to do television is easy. I was doing it from in school. It's extremely practical and extremely important. Here in Spain, it's memorization and theory, teoría y memorización, usually. It's changing, I think, but not enough. Okay, Michael. Yes, Michael. He studies math, science, history, English, speech, and music. He plays the trumpet in music class, but he's not a member of the school band because he doesn't have time to practice with the school band after school. Yeah, you see, every school has a band. Primary school too. I remember walking in the halls of the school and hearing the school band, and the kids were 10 years old, 11 years old, listening to the playing music, playing Beethoven or something. But it was not bad, really. It was not bad. And so it's just a completely different educational approach. But Michael plays the trumpet in the music class, but he's not a member of the school band. The marching band, yeah? La banda que va en el campo con coreografía delante del público. Lo has visto en las pelis, no? You see it in the movies. Here you don't have that. It's sad. I know you go to the Metropolitano or to the Bernabeu or the Camp Nou, and during the break, during the halftime, 15 minutes, people are waiting. My God, you have 90,000 people waiting for 15 minutes doing nothing, eating a bocadillo or something. I don't know. You should bring out a band. Do something to entertain the people. There's always, in the United States, there's always entertainment during the halftime. Halftime is el descanso entre primera mitad y segunda mitad. The halftime. Tiempo medio, en medio, halftime. Okay, Michael, he plays the trumpet in the music class, but he's not a member of the marching band because he doesn't have time to practice with the band after school. Why? Because after school, he's very busy in sports. School starts at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock in the morning. School starts at 9 o'clock. Michael gets to school a little early because his father takes him every day and leaves him there at 8:40. Michael spends the 20 minutes before his first class talking with some of his friends. Okay, the father takes Michael first and then takes Denise, I believe. All right. Yeah, Michael. And at lunch is at 12. And Michael usually eats a sandwich and a bowl of soup and drinks a Coke. Okay. Yeah, Michael has lunch at school every day, but he doesn't eat in the school cafeteria. He brings a sandwich. He brings a sandwich with him, I think. Yeah, his mother doesn't like this. Okay, he usually eats a sandwich and a bowl of soup. A bowl. Un plato sopero con sopa, no? Un bowl. A bowl of soup. And a Coke. A Coke every day. Michael is 14. He's drinking Coca-Cola every day. Okay. Yeah. His mother doesn't like this. His mother doesn't like this. So Michael tells his mother that he drinks milk for lunch. Don't worry, Mom. No, I drink milk every day for lunch. Ah, good. It's not true. He drinks a Coke every day. He drinks those. His classes in the afternoon end at 3:30. His classes in the afternoon end at 3:30. So he starts at 9. He starts at 9 o'clock. And he studies from 9 to 12. Then from 12 to 12:30 is lunch. Then from 12:30 to 3:30, 3 more classes. So there are 3 subjects in the morning and 3 subjects in the afternoon. All right. And of course he has 6 subjects: music, speech, English, math, science, and history. History, okay, history. Michael is a member of the football, basketball, and baseball teams at school. So he's very much involved in sports. You see, in the United States, the approach to sports is different than in Spain. In the United States, the school system operates the sports development. Here in Spain, no. Las federaciones. Hay que federarse. Es más burocrático aquí. You have to become a member of the ping pong federation or the gymnastics federation, the soccer federation, the tennis federation, and things like that. The federations don't exist in the States for sports. You have the school system and the university system. The universities are like junior, alevines, benjamines, alevines, etc., juveniles, and you have these things. But it goes through the school system. And so Michael is 14 years old. He's in his last year of middle school or junior high school. And then he'll move to high school for the last 3 years. He's very good in sports. He plays football, basketball, and baseball. Football, basketball, and baseball. He's a good athlete. Se nota, eh? I can see he's a good athlete. Does he look like a good athlete? Parece buen atleta. Yeah, he's a good athlete. Very good. Very good athlete. Athlete. He's fast and strong. He plays football in the fall, between September and December. He plays basketball in the winter, between January and April. And he plays baseball in the spring. He's a very popular boy because he's good at sports. He's a very popular boy. Mainly because he's very good in sports. He's intelligent, yes, but he doesn't work very hard in class. And he doesn't spend much time on his homework. His teachers like him, but they tell his parents that he needs to think more about his studies and less about sports. All right. Okay, Michael. Michael is 14 years old. He lives 10 minutes away from his school by car. His father takes him every morning to school and drops him off. And his father drops him off at 8:40. Fijaos, drops him off. Su padre le lleva y le deja a las 8:40 en el colegio. The father drives him to work. The father goes with Michael and Denise, the daughter. She's only 11 years old. And the father drives to the school and drops Michael off at 8:40. The first class starts at 9. Those 20 minutes between 8:40 and 9 o'clock, Michael talks with his friends, waiting. The first class starts at 9 o'clock, and the classes are for 3 hours in the morning. Then Michael has lunch. He usually has a sandwich and a bowl of soup and a Coke. He usually has a sandwich, a bowl of soup, and a Coke. His mother doesn't like him to drink Coke. So Michael tells his mother that he drinks milk. So Michael is lying to his mother. Miente a la madre. Okay, es una mentira piadosa, ¿no? Kind of. A white lie. Mentira blanca. In English, a white lie. Yeah. So the mother doesn't worry, but he doesn't drink milk for lunch. He drinks Coke. In the afternoon, he has class from 12:30 to 3:30, 3 hours. And then he's involved in sports. In the music class, he plays the trumpet, but he's not a member of the band because the band normally needs to participate in the half times in the games. In basketball, and in football. It's true. If you go to a football game, American football, if you go to a football game in the stadium, you see the crowd, but in the middle of the crowd you see the band sitting, maybe 50 members of a band, and they play. La da 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 da, and the pom pom girls. It's an interesting show. Do you remember the movie with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John? Grease. ¿Te acuerdas? It's very typical. Grease is a bit of an exaggeration, a bit of it, but not much of an exaggeration. And you have the band playing and things. My girlfriend, Patty Palumbo, was a member of the marching band. The marching band, con una coreografía, choo 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 choo, and she played the clarinet. Yeah. All right. Yes. She's the boogie woogie boogie girl from Company B. But Michael, he's not a member of the marching band because he's playing on the field. He can't be in the stadium. And he basically plays three sports: football, basketball, and baseball. Football, American football, not soccer. American football is a sport that is played, the season is between September 1st and December 20th, basically. September, October, November, 3.5 months, basically. 4 months is American football. Of course, the play in the college leagues, university, and professional sports, they have the playoffs, the bowl games and the Super Bowl after Christmas in January. And in the case of the NFL, the National Football League, also the Super Bowl, the final is played in February. Sometimes outdoors, and the temperature can be 10 degrees below zero. But in any case, so he plays football in the fall, in the autumn. He plays basketball in the winter, between January and April. It's very cold in Nebraska, extremely cold. The temperature can fall to 25 degrees below zero. It's really, really cold. So it's impossible to play football or baseball in the weather. It's too cold. So he plays basketball. He's very good in basketball. He's one of the best basketball players in the state of Nebraska. He's good in football and he's good in baseball, but he's outstanding in basketball. And so, and then starting in April, he plays baseball until the end of May. April and May, 2 months, 2.5 months until the middle of June. He's very good in sports. He's one of the best in basketball. And in fact, in the future, we will be following Michael in his basketball games. And some important people are going to be watching him. And he's going to appear in the local newspapers and things. Okay, how much time do we have left? Not much. Not much. I'm going back to used to. Voy a empezar con used to, como el pasado. I used to do these television programs in a different studio. I used to live in Barrio Sastrella in Madrid. I used to live on Rosales Street. I used to live in the Pensión Gracia in the center of Madrid, Calle de la Luna. I used to read a lot, but not anymore. I used to use the pencils more often than I do now, but not anymore. I used to drive, but I sold my car. I don't drive anymore. I'm going to forget how to drive. But I used to have a nice car. I used to have a nice car, but I don't have a car now. I used to walk 8 kilometers a day, but now I don't. I walk about 4 kilometers a day. Yeah. I used to live in Oklahoma, and I used to live in Texas. I used to be a good English teacher. Now I'm not sure. What do you think? Am I still a good English teacher? I used to be good. Now I don't know. I used to be good. Yeah. Valladolid used to be the capital of Spain. Yeah, but not anymore. Yes. Yes. Paris used to be, well, French, the language. The French language used to be considered the lingua franca of the world. People spoke French in Germany, Russia, all over. It was the lingua franca, but not anymore. Now English is the lingua franca, the international language. But French used to be the international language. Yeah. French used to be. Great Britain used to be the most powerful country in the world. Rule Britannia, la da 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 da, but it's not anymore. Yes. Russia used to be a very strong country when it was the Soviet Union, but not anymore. Yes, not anymore. China used to be a poor country, but not anymore. India used to be a poor country by excellence, par excellence, but not anymore. It's moving up. Yeah. Mexico used to belong to Spain, but it doesn't anymore. Texas used to be part of Spain, but not anymore. Yes, used to. All right, see you tomorrow.